Hello. I wanted to jump on here and share a meditation that I am currently doing myself. Excuse me as I try to get myself together here. In these times, I don't know about you, but I have been falling down what I call rabbit holes that are bringing up a lot of fear. And a lot of it is things I can't do anything about. I can speak about them and I can sign petitions and I can donate money as I have it to donate. But there's not a whole lot I can do. I can listen to people who are more impacted than I am at present time. And so anyway, one of the meditations me and a friend are challenging each other to do is part of the word meditation. And a word meditation is a word that has some energy on it for you. And it's fairly simple in the process of it, although it can definitely bring up some very deep feelings and get you to start processing some stuff around it. And sometimes when you start out with a word, it will change to another word. Just so be aware of that. And so if that happens, then you just start working with the new word that shows up for you. And I would pay attention to where you're feeling it in your body as well when you're working on this particular meditation. So the word meditation for today is fear, the word fear. So when you look at the word, you're going to look at the front of the word, and then you're going to see what do the letters look like. So when you look at fear, it's like you're looking up at a billboard maybe, or it's floating in the air, or just somewhere in your imagination. So if you're not very visual, you just have to kind of go with whatever you get. So it's like, what does the F look like? What does the E, the A, and the R look like? How big are they? What shape are they? Are there things around them? Are there things growing on them? Do they look like block letters or script letters or some other kind of way? How do they show up for you? And so you're looking at the front of that, which is, to me, the first part of our awareness, our consciousness. And really just kind of be curious about it. Like, isn't that interesting? And where do I feel that in my body? You know, do each letter resonate in a different part of my body? You know, what are those colors? What are those feelings? And also there may be movement to the word, you know, or the letters, or one letter. One letter might be really big and the rest really small. It can be all kinds of ways. So no judgment. Just be curious. What does that front of that word fear look like for you? What does it look like? Just take a moment to be curious and describe it. You may want to jot down some things on it or not. It's up to you. Those of you who are more artistic may want to draw it out. When you're done with the meditation, you can sketch it out or write about it. Now I want you to go to the back of it. So here's the front of the word. So it's like you're going to walk around and flip it around. So you're looking at the letters backwards. So to me, by looking in the back of it, you're looking more of, you know, what's kind of hidden, maybe not as in the forefront of your consciousness, but kind of hidden. Not completely subconsciously, but kind of like, oh, I haven't really been paying attention to that. So look at that. Do the letters look the same? Are they the same size, the same color, or are they different? Again, be curious. What does that look like on the back side? Are they moving? Is the structure the same? Or is it even a different word? Could be. Just be curious. Again, really looking at the F backwards, the E backwards, the A backwards, the R backwards. What does it look like? What's around it? What's on it? What are the colors? What's the script, the font of it? Just be curious. Just be curious. Then you're going to go to the end of the word. So you're at the back of the word, so you're going to go around like you're flipping it over, and you're going to open it up and look inside the word. So it just divides down the middle. This is the unconscious part of fear. Is there anything inside? What does that look like? Is there anything in there you need to go get? Is there a message for you? Is there a story being played out for you inside of it? This is the unconscious part. And just be curious. And again, this is maybe more symbolic than the other. Like the other, you might really get what that is and what it's about for you and where you feel it in your body. The unconscious part may be showing up in a more symbolic way. So again, just be curious. And if it doesn't feel like it's safe to go inside of it, that's okay. Just look from outside. If you feel drawn to go inside, please do. Just follow your intuition and your curiosity. Yeah, just be curious. What is going on inside that word fear? Where did that come from for you? What is the core of the fear for you? And then just putting it back together. Just letting it come back together, and you're going to come back out to the front. And again, just seeing it up on that billboard or whatever, floating in the sky, or even with your imagination if you're not very visual. You're just using your imagination. Then you start calling on that which you might believe in. That could be God, it could be Christ, it could be a Buddha energy, it could be a healing energy, a Reiki energy, just the divine. I like to call on the divine healing light to come down and start washing through this word, fear. And for me, when the divine light comes down, oftentimes it's kind of a golden with maybe some different hues of color in it, and it just comes and it starts just kind of bathing that word fear. And just watch it. And just watch it again with curiosity. How does bringing that energy down and letting it flow through this word, does it change it? It may not change it very much in the beginning. It may change it a lot. Just be curious. Because just with your intention, you're asking for some divine healing on this core of where the energy of fear comes from. And when our fear gets stimulated, it stimulates our amygdala, and all kinds of things can go off. But usually there's a core. So just be curious and just watch it for as long as it feels good to watch it. And I would invite you to do this, at least once a day, maybe morning and night before you drop off to sleep, with some music. I'm playing in the background here is the bilateral music. And this one is by Destined Dynamics, and it's just called an hour-long bilateral music. And that's really good to listen to with headphones, because it does have some music that kind of goes back and forth that helps your brain process. So I hope that you will kind of walk through this process, and as you see, it doesn't take very long. It doesn't have to be very in-depth, but it starts things working and bringing up stuff. So you may notice things in your dream, You may have some awareness pop in every once in a while, and you go, oh, that's what that's about. And really taking the opportunity to clear the fear, because we're in a time of fear, and it kind of doesn't even matter which side of the political divide you are on. Both sides seem to be carrying a huge amount of fear. And I know I have my own journey with that, which I may share with you guys in a kind of a podcast kind of way in the future. But it's important for me to clear the fear and take back my own sovereignty and take back my own power and what I have control over, which is monitoring how much time I'm scrolling through social media and seeing all the fear, all the news, all the things, because really, whatever we need to know, we're going to know. It's more important for me to be able to be there for my loved ones who may be directly impacted. I have people of color throughout my family. I have people in the gay community. I like to call them the rainbow children, the LGBT. Anyway, I get lost in the letters. Please forgive me. It's not my disrespect. It is my brain that glitches with the letters. So I just say my rainbow children, rainbow people, and just people in general, and of course women. And I'm an old social worker, so I come from a background as well as sociology that is very involved in social economic and social issues, shall we say. So for me, that's where some things come in. But it's what can I do in this moment in time? I can support people. I can donate to causes that I feel strongly and have fed it out to make sure they're using it in good ways. And when I'm called to act, hopefully I'll have the courage to act. Otherwise, my job is to stay peaceful and in love, even to those I disagree with on the other side. I'm not going to go down the road of calling names and making mean videos or memes or any of that. That doesn't serve anything. But it does serve for us to stay in our own sovereignty, in our own power. So I offer you the tapping to remember this tapping as well as clearing. And if this isn't your word and it's a different word that's coming up for you, then let that come up because maybe it's power. Who knows? So I invite you to give it a try. And if you'd like to give me some feedback, please post in the comments. I send everybody lots of love and peace on this day. Take care.